Welcome, honored guests, directors, delegates, the press and admin team, ladies and gentlemen, to the closing ceremony of the 10th annual The Hague International Model United Nations Conference in Qatar 2021.
During the course of these 4 days, the debates, discussions, and collaborations held at this conference united all of us in conscious action to be able to overcome the obstacles we face as humanity. This pandemic enveloped us in fear and uncertainty. However, it did not stop us from having courage and standing together in solidarity. Together, we navigated through the arts of diplomacy. We became the change makers and the leaders that the world desperately needs. The ideas and words exchanged in the past 4 days will remain priceless and powerful. Perhaps we can be an example to those in power who will handle the world's political and socio-economic recovery after COVID-19 this year.
Delegates, we hope that you have made the most of this opportunity in which you stood on the same level as world leaders. With that, we would like to welcome Deputy Secretary General Ahmed Khan to introduce the Global Act for Impact Award.
This year at THIMUN 2021, we have received several amazing service projects, from reducing waste to providing safe menstrual hygiene for women in Qatar. But as per tradition, we have chosen the top 3 schools that we think could win. We would like to thank all participating schools for submitting such amazing service projects. And the winners of Gaia 2021 are...
We are a team of 9 representing DBS Modern Indian School, and this is our project, the 3 R's, a paper initiative, with our main objective being tackling the issue of paper wastage in our school.
Our project was executed in 4 stages: reducing paper consumption by establishing book exchange centers, recycling paper by introducing 2 dustbins in every classroom, reusing paper by setting up compost pits, and spreading awareness through free workshops and social media campaigns, all at a local level.
We deduced that the implementation of this project could positively impact the environment and become a stepping stone to achieving the SDG goals, ultimately making the world a better place.
With big dreams of having a global impact, our team Cups for Change began its small step in Qatar. Cups for Change focuses on reaching menstrual hygiene kits to the unprivileged women of the country. Menstrual hygiene is a very stigmatized subject, and our group has taken an initiative towards a goal of providing equal access to menstrual hygiene and education to all women.
Bearing in mind the importance of the Sustainable Development Goals, our project has focused mainly on SDG 3, Good Health and Wellbeing, SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, SDG 13, Climate Action, and SDG 17, Partnership for the Goals. With the help of the SDGs, our work was much more goal-oriented, and our outcomes were most definitely fruitful.
The whole team of Cups for Change burnt both ends of the candle to make this project successful. There of course still is a long way to go from here, but our team was successful in making a wonderful start. House helpers and school helpers were educated on the usage of a menstrual cup. The new information intrigued them, and so, to make them the most comfortable with the topic, we had a doctor's view on the product as well as checked up on the women from time to time.
I'm doing this because I really believe in this cause and I want the world to be a better place for generations to come. I have a daughter myself, and I'll ensure that when she gets a puberty, she goes into a cup, not a pad.
Upon conducting an environmental survey of our school, we realized that we used 3,000 paper cups daily, consumed over 3 million gallons of water.
The greenhouse was installed in February 2019 with the help of corporate funding from GEMS. GAAQ's 159 by 224 centimeter aquaponic greenhouse employs vertical farming techniques to grow vegetables and fruits. Our greenhouse yields 18 times more food relative to a field, and GAAQ has produced lettuce, strawberries, melons, papaya, and dragon fruit.
We have also eliminated the use of paper cups and instructed the community to bring their own water bottles, effectively saving 136,000 paper cups last year.
In March 2020, GIAQ received the Qatar Green Building Council's Award for School Sustainability Initiative as a result of implementing SDG 12 and SDG 13.
But with every competition, there must be a winner. The winners this year not only produced an excellent video, they showcased their passion, creativity, and provided fresh ideas to the communities here in Qatar. But before I announce the winners of Gaia 2021, I would like to say a quote. For those of you who have an idea, for those of you who would like to bring change to the community for the better, take a step, 1 foot, then the other. Just take a step, then take one more. Eventually, you'll make it away from the cliff. And you'll make it to tomorrow, to next year too. Taking a step prompts you to do something else. It replaces a vicious cycle with a virtuous one. Most huge transformations come from the almost tiny, imperceptible steps we take every day. A lot can happen in a space of a step. And we understand that it may be difficult under the times of COVID-19, but we commend you for persevering on. And the winners of Gaia 2021 is Burla Public School. Congratulations. Our second place goes to GEMS, and our third place goes to DPS. Congratulations on all participating schools, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Ahmed, for your speech. We would now like to invite the President of the International Court of Justice, Ella Pine, to deliver the judgment of Palestine versus United States.
To begin, I would like to thank the Vice President and Deputy Head Justice Abdullah Abbasi and the Registrar of the Court Christoph Aklamandos, the Advocates of Palestine and the Advocates of the United States of America for contributing to the ICJ at THIMUN in 2021. It was an incredibly lively, well-debated and difficult case that the advocates truly gave their all to, for which myself, the chairs and the judge would like to thank the advocate teams for. The International Court of Justice for the case of the State of Palestine versus the United States of America considered the following arguments. Palestine asserted that the relocation of the United States Embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem in May 2018 was a direct violation of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations and countered the claims that Jerusalem was under the territory of Israel and that its international status as a holy city was under threat with this relocation. Further, Palestine referred the court to the Security Resolution No. 9 and Article 35.2, which gave basis for non-state entities to have their claims entertained by the International Court of Justice. The United States asserted that given the uncertainty of the status of Palestine as a state, that the ICJ had no jurisdiction over this case, and referred to the monetary gold principle to further assert that given the existence of a third party having legal interest in the case, that the ICJ had no jurisdiction. Finally, the team argued that the United States of America did not ratify the optional protocol, further distinguishing the question of jurisdiction for the International Court of Justice. Then, the team noted the 1980 Jerusalem law, to which the relocation of the embassy was in accordance with, given the status of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, according to this law. Having heard these arguments extensively debated on either side, we found that the International Court of Justice does not have jurisdiction over this case through the monetary gold principle, accepting the United States of America's challenge of the International Court of Justice's jurisdiction. The respondents proved that the ICJ has no jurisdiction in this case as Israel's third-party interest takes center stage in the relocation of the embassy, thus violating the monetary gold principle, which states that the International Court of Justice cannot rule without the consent of a third party who has legal interest in the case, and the ICJ does not have the consent of Israel. However, we have a recommendation for Palestine moving forward based on the arguments brought up by the advocates during the debate. Primarily, if Palestine wants to further the prosecution over the relocation of the embassy, given that they are signatories to the Rome Statute, the International Court of Justice recommends that if they wish to prosecute a sole individual, that they take the relocation of the embassy to the International Criminal Court, as they will have jurisdiction.
Thank you, Ella, for your speech. Now we would like to acknowledge the hard work of the press team, without whom the conference would not have been possible. A tradition that is carried out at the end of every THIMUN Qatar conference is looking back at the memories we've made together. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this video created by the THIMUN Qatar press team.
amazing, all right? A world out here that is full of colour and
in how we think about what we're doing in our lives, but
My name is THIMUN Qatar, and this year I was an American advocate in the International Court of Justice.
Hello, my name is William and I'm a student at the Lycée Bonaparte French School of Doha.
Hello, my name is Gabon Zuma and I am at Bonaparte French School in Doha.
Hi, my name is Gabby Siri and I'm the delegate of Kuwait in General Assembly 4.
I'm here to attend THIMUN Qatar as a delegate for the World Bank. It's my first time at THIMUN and at first I was a bit stressed, but as all of my friends had said it was an amazing experience, I had to see for myself.
Today, the conference are going really well, so I'm really happy and proud to participate in THIMUN.
I was very nervous at first, since I didn't know what to expect going into my first year of THIMUN. However, I quickly caught on and started understanding what was to be done in my committee.
If I could change anything about the world, it would be to get rid of discrimination and greed, two vices which I think fuel many of the issues, the pressing issues we have to deal with in this day and age. To tackle problems such as global warming or violence, I think that the youth could do literally anything it sets its mind to, whether it's little acts of human decency and kindness which add up, or participating in conferences such as MUN to practice and sharpen our legal and diplomatic skills. Every single one of us has a role to play in improving living conditions for all.
I'm very grateful for THIMUN Qatar for giving us this opportunity to learn through this event about our current society and how we can change the world for the better. Thank you.
Welcome back to my vlog channel. I'm joined by my co-stars Sadim, Kayana.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. My Wi-Fi died. I had to call my dad. That's your fault.
Through her experience in diplomacy and hosting discussions that shed light upon the challenges we face as humanity, we hope to inspire and motivate the 600 future leaders of this conference. It is with great honor that we present the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished student delegates, and all participants. On behalf of the Dutch Embassy, I would like to start by thanking THIMUN Qatar. It goes without saying, and despite having to do so virtually this year, that the Dutch Embassy always takes special pride in being part of this conference, given its connection to the Dutch city of The Hague, also known as the International City of Peace and Justice. It was actually not too long ago that I also was participating in various model United Nations conferences, engaging in discussions on human rights, socio-economic development, and disarmament. The theme this year, however, is one of particular importance as well. Climate change and climate action remain one of the most pressing global challenges of our time. A challenge that presents itself in many ways. With rising sea levels, changing weather patterns, and severe droughts, we see that all countries are affected. And if there's one thing that the current pandemic has taught us, is that what affects us all concerns us all. Climate change is also tied to a wide range of other matters, including food security and migration, as well as economic diversification and innovation. When we look at climate action, we, as the Netherlands, aim to significantly reduce our own emissions and strive for climate neutrality by 2050. We also work within the EU to ensure a substantially more ambitious EU effort. In the context of the COVID crisis, we need a green recovery to improve our resilience with a focus on the most vulnerable. The Paris Agreement, the EU Green Deal, and the UN 2030 Agenda are important benchmarks in this. International cooperation and multilateralism is key, as is the involvement of youth as the personification of the future. With over 80 schools participating in the THIMUN Qatar conference each year, you have the unique opportunity to be engaging with a diverse range of students, allowing the future to be working on the future. I hope the conference will allow all of you to broaden your knowledge and develop meaningful friendships and connections. Make use of the opportunities a virtual conference brings, remain critical at all times, and we are confident that you will contribute to some of the most pressing global challenges of our time. Wishing you the best, and most importantly, enjoy.
As ever, thank you for your wonderful speech and continued commitment to THIMUN Qatar.
Members of the admin team, IT team, and press team, thank you for all that you've done for this conference. The Executive Committee and the THIMUN Qatar office are eternally grateful for the hard work that you've put in. I would also like to thank the administration and staff for their efforts. Your long hours and hard work is what has ensured this conference's success.
Before we conclude the closing ceremony, I would like to thank all of you, the delegates, who have been at the heart of this conference. Thank you to the Executive Committee. It was an honor to have worked with you all in your final THIMUN Qatar conference, after all our years of attending conferences together. And finally, to Ms. Fatma and the teachers, directors, chairs, and parents here today. Thank you for never giving up on us. Your actions have not been in vain, judging from all the students gathered here today. On behalf of the PGA team, I would like to remind you to trust yourself and the impact you can have on the world. Student leaders can take many forms. As a leader, you can be creative and lead positive changes. You will have to make those tough decisions and lead courageously. And most importantly, you need to be able to find the strength in others and give them opportunities to shine by leading others. A good leader is capable of all three.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to proclaim the 10th Annual THIMUN Qatar Conference closed.